week after week, or certainly year after year, we're lowering our standards, and we're getting to a point now where, we're accepting too much mediocrity, and that mediocrity has now become scrapping at the bottom of the division. And soon enough, it is going to get worse and worse. Are we worse off now? We're probably in the same place, because the league position is very similar to when Nige took over. So the bare answer is, well, probably exactly where we are. But the mindset has slowly decreased. That focus of what's acceptable has slowly dropped from some fans, probably myself included, which is dangerous. I've got to accept, that it's a dangerous thing to think, oh, we'll be okay. We'll keep plodding on and we'll have a better year next year. We keep writing seasons off. We keep just writing them off, saying, oh, well, let's navigate our way through this season. So when Nige went into this season, I was positive, like many others, in that I felt we had someone who was a positive guy, and he was given a chance to build something. I never really thought he'd be much of a long-term solution. And I've been on the pod and said I don't see him as a long-term solution, which is why the length of his contract was a surprise to me. But I thought, in our current state of lack of finances and lack of backing and the state of the club, effectively, I did feel we couldn't ask for a better manager in place than him to navigate us through this current period, this current era. I am starting to question that a bit with his decisions, his substitutions and whatnot, which I'm sure we'll get on to, in terms of today's game. But are we at a better position or a worse position, or are we stagnated? Well, we probably have stagnated, but in terms of mindset, it's getting worse and worse. And the trajectory now, last season, it felt like we were rock bottom when he took over. At least there was some form of forward trajectory, even if it wasn't massive. Now, the trajectory is in reverse, and very dangerous position that we're finding ourselves in. I don't think we'll go down. I really don't, because I think you've got to be very poor in this division, but we're not getting any better, and we're struggling to score goals. We're not fixing the things that need to be fixed. And if you keep trying the same thing, expecting different results, as the saying goes, then it's a sign of insanity. So I am worried that the direction of things, and I would say, we're probably, because of that mindset and what we're accepting now, we probably are slightly worse off, even if we have got a takeover coming, which might change things. But we need to be careful of that attitude as well, because after the game, after each game at the moment, we're losing matches. And a lot of the tweets, I'm sure some of the tweets that you read out will talk about the takeover can't come soon enough. Well, we've got to be very careful, because the takeover ain't done yet. And anything could go wrong. There's already been a speed bump, that we know somebody's pulled out of the investment. How much of a problem it is, we don't know. Got to be very careful of that mindset, because if that takeover doesn't happen today, we've just lost our main source of income, apart from your general match day stuff, would have been a cup run, and we've just lost that as well today. So, we've got to be careful of that mindset. We've got to get our mindset straight. Our demands need to be, we need to demand the absolute best from Nige, from the players, from Mark, from Nicola. Everyone needs to be accountable now, because maybe happy clapping days, aren't going to get us through this.
I think standards have 100% lowered, Tom. And as you rightly say, I've said this on this podcast before, but the funny thing about this game is I at no point went into it actually expecting Tranmere to win, just because of multiple factors. Tranmere's form is terrible, and they've been awful at home, which it's a long time since I've said that about a Tranmere team. You could always, or usually, rely on them picking up a result at home. So the home form gave me no confidence. The fact that Oldham's form isn't too bad itself was a slight concern. And then you've got all the off-the-field factors, such as it's Mickey Mellon, it's Gary Brabham, it's Scott Davis, it's James Norwood, it's whoever else coming back to Tranmere. And some of them wanted to prove a point. Some of them, it was just probably an emotional occasion to come back at Prenton Park with no point to prove as such. But at no point did I come into this game thinking Tranmere are the favourites to win. Yet Tranmere are the League Two club here. They're playing a non-league club. And they've lost. And it doesn't feel like a banana skin. It doesn't feel like a giant killing.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't. Their end was sold out. They were loud all game. They clearly enjoyed the day out, even when they went a goal down. They were still loud. You can see what momentum does to a fan base and what the feeling around the club can do. We've experienced it ourselves. But yeah, I was looking forward to today, because I love Mickey, I love Nors, I loved Manny Monte, and I had a lot of time for the likes of Caprice. So I was looking forward to the day. But I must agree, I never really genuinely thought we could win. Obviously, I knew we had the ability to possibly win the game, especially as we got off to a good start. We went a goal up. We were playing well for the first 20 minutes or so. But yeah, at the start of the game, pretty much everyone's attitude was of the opinion that, yeah, Oldham could quite conceivably do a number on us, and it wouldn't be at all a surprise. Maybe to the outside football community, they were the underdogs, but certainly to Tranmere fans and probably to Oldham fans, it was in the balance today. You know, either team could win it and you wouldn't be surprised. So, yeah, I mean, maybe that's why I'm not ridiculously disappointed, because I wasn't expecting anything magical today. But, yeah, it's not a good feeling going into a game against a non-league team at home, feeling like it's not going to be a walk in the park. You know, long gone are the days where we played the likes of Brigtown and we knew it was going to be a walk in the park. Now, this was always going to be a tough game, and they've won it, and it doesn't even feel like a giant killing to them. You know, they've enjoyed their day, of course, but you know that they'll move on and enjoy the momentum they've got, and we'll ponder what's yet to come for us. You know.